Ukrainian Air Force.
The United Nations Human Rights Office is calling for accountability, urging a reckoning for potential war crimes committed by both Hamas and Israeli forces since October 7, 2023.
According to the HRC report, 70% of the confirmed casualties in Gaza through April were women and children.
An official from the Federal Emergency Management Agency who advised disaster relief teams to avoid approaching Florida homes displaying Trump campaign signs has been dismissed, FEMA's chief announced Saturday. A New Jersey man faces arson charges for allegedly igniting a wildfire that expanded to 350 acres, reportedly caused by an incendiary shotgun round, according to officials.
Richard Shashady, 37, of Brick Township, was charged with arson.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host.
One more time with that crap,
interpreted as
and I'm gonna get fired myself.
Independent fact-checking and corrections.
I'll show me.
Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
Rumble-de-tumble. What's going on, Rumble? Oh, I know what happened. One of us, me, who was going to be fired anyway, got to do something. That's what happened.
Damn,
tough
coffee and hot.
Right. Yep. Right. Damn good coffee and hot. And now I'm forgetting to do this. See? I forgot to do the Mind Dog is your best friend thing. I'm just screwing up all over.
Mind Dog is your mind's best friend.
Now I could do this.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking. That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with the Dog. You make me laugh.
I'm not making nothing. I'm not making nothing happen to nobody. Not nowhere. No guess. I'm doing the Rumble thing. In case you don't know, that's why I'm mumbling. I'm mumbling on Rumble. Rumble on the mumble. On the mumble rumble. Right now, he says. Bada ding, bada bing. See, this is how much I don't care. I'm just showing you my lack of care. Still doing the Rumble. Leave me alone here. Good morning. It's Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. Just one more day closer to the end of the world. And I hope that makes you happy, you rotten people. Today is just set for another disappointment because I was right. Judge Machan is ruling today on Donald Trump's sentencing, and what he's ruling is a written opinion on whether the case should proceed. He's probably going to say, no, you know what? He got elected president. He doesn't have to face any accountability for his crimes, and we're just going to let it go. That's what's going to happen sometime this morning. More disappointing news. We don't have a guest for you today. And you know what? Who cares? Who cares is the big consensus here today, at least because I say so. That's right. So, yeah, who cares? Do you care? I don't care. All right. So with that said, it's time for not caring about sponsors you should not care about. Opus Clip is a sponsor of the program for the next 20 seconds, and then they will pull out and shoot all over the place. And then they won't care. They don't care. You don't care. I don't care. Nobody cares. But if you do care, there's a link in the description. Do you care? I don't care. It's kind of like this show is just going to end. Look at that perfect alignment of the dog pound, ladies and gentlemen. In the room with me now is the Ron I Don't Care Kane, the Steven the I Don't Care sitcom Ortiz, and the my best friend of the last 10 seconds or so, Mr. I Don't Care. I don't.
Good morning, America. MindDogTV.com.
I
Have you
don't
ever
care.
spent 2 or 3 days trying to get a piece of equipment to do something it was never meant to do, and no matter how many times you read the manual, you still think, yeah, you can make it do it? Well, me either. But if you know someone who has, call the MindDogTV.com technical team. Matt will walk you step by step through the procedures to go fuck
No,
yourself.
Steven will walk you through it.
Steven will walk you through this. Wait till I fucking finish reading it. You'll see. Matt will walk you step by step to let you know your mother should have swallowed instead of having you. MindDogTV.com.
Well,
enjoy the suffering.
Now, what, you're trying to give yourself a colonoscopy with an electric toothbrush? Is that what's happening?
No, it was a shaver.
Oh, all right. I don't care. I really don't care. There's no guest today. I don't even know why we're here. Why? If you know why we're here, kindly let me know why we're here. I'm
money,
going over to,
the paycheck. We're here for the paycheck.
We're here to enjoy the suffering.
Well, I might be ending. You guys, I don't know what time I'm really going to end this thing today. I just did that. Stop picking on me.
Okay, Matt, you realize you're in the room alone, right? There's no one there to touch you or pick on you. You're just by yourself.
There's definitely people here to pick on me. You just don't see them. They hide because they're camera shy. I'm on Blue Sky. You guys on Blue Sky?
I don't do drugs.
I have
really, I don't do drugs.
Yes. Blue Sky is cool. It's like the old Twitter before Twitter got fucked up and bought by that Dr. Evil. Not bad. I like it.
Blue Sky was actually made by somebody who was involved with the start of Twitter.
Well, it's a Twitter clone. It's a Twitter clone software. It's basically, you can buy it. There are Mastodon. There's a bunch of people bought clones. It's the only one that works.
Yeah, I was on their waiting list for like a year and a half, a couple years ago, until they opened it up to everybody.
Waiting list. See,
yeah,
waiting list.
So that's like a beta test or something.
Yeah, because it launched 3 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
No. They were all launching right around the time Elon bought Twitter, and they were like trying to capitalize on the people that were saying, "I'm leaving. Oh, you're a hater. He's a hater. I'm getting off this." And none of them worked right. That was the problem. That's probably why you put you on the waiting list. Like, we can't. It doesn't work. You push a button, nothing happens. Kind of like when you're trying to use an electric toothbrush to clean your ass.
So Blue Sky is the new improved version of what Twitter used to be.
So like he said, it runs exactly like the old Twitter did. It's really nice. And they, like he said, it launched around the time that Elon bought fucking Twitter.
But we can't watch.
Are they a sponsor?
Not yet, but they might be at some point in the very far distant future. When I'm dead, they will be a sponsor.
Oh, so tomorrow?
Yeah, it could be. Could be. I might have to end today. I definitely probably need to bail early at some point. I have to go do something about some money. I have to take care of a money thing.
Are you going to rob a bank?
Or are you cashing
in
a favor?
I am being a little bit vague on purpose. So
right, because if you're going to rob a bank, you don't want to admit that.
Exactly. So why would you ask me on air if I'm being vague on purpose?
Because now you can give us your alibi.
What do you mean?
Well, now you can come up with an alibi and everything now. So when you're busy later, you're taking.
I'm not getting caught unless GD keeps pushing the fucking thing about what I'm doing, and I blurt it out. But other than that, I'm not getting caught. So yeah, Merchan is going to decide today that as long as you win elections, you don't have to pay for your crime. So I should have won.
Well, I can help you, Matt. When you go to rob when you don't go to rob the bank, wear this mask here, because they'll let you do anything if you look like this. Okay, you can rob a bank, you can grab a pussy, you can shoot someone on Fifth Avenue. As long as you look like this, you can get away with it.
Why is that supposed to look like Trump?
It's pretty close.
I don't think so. I'm sorry. I don't think. First of all,
technically, I don't think they didn't call it a Trump mask. They called it an old man mask, I think.
Yeah, it looks like one of those things that Patrick Swayze had in that movie where he was a bank robber.
Right, but it is. Everybody knows who it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. Well, this mask is like 5 years old. I've had this mask since 20.
Since Patrick Swayze, you were on the set of the movie, you ripped it off of Patrick Swayze and ran. That's what.
Wow, this mask is it's like 7 years old. I've had it a while. So he's aged, not the mask. The mask looks the same, but he's aged. He's got more pancake makeup on.
Yeah, he's been like, he looks like stucco.
Yeah, yeah. He looks like somebody did took a putty knife. They put the bronzer on with a putty knife.
Yeah. You're not orange enough, Scott says. So Scott Braven from the Rockin' 45s here. They did announce yesterday that I was leaving the band, and all these fucking fake ass, phony ass fans. Oh, we're gonna miss you. They're writing to me. Why? You know why? I fucking talked about it for 2 weeks. The woman. Remember the other day I said there was somebody watching on Instagram who had already defriended me, and that's fine. She's defriend me, block me. That's what I asked for. But she was watching the program on Instagram. Last night she writes to me, I can't believe you defriended me over politics. I said, it's not over politics. Politics is one thing. I'm talking about basic human decency here. They are looking to kill young girls who need an abortion or have a miscarriage and want it aborted. They want to just kill them. They want to take babies and grandparents and complete families and rip them out of their house and deport them and for laughs. And this is just cruelty. This is what we're looking at. They want to, Trump was already doing his little shit room videos where he gets off the toilet and gets up and yells at the camera. The first thing we're gonna do is do away with all these trans people. And I'm like, whoa, man, he's not even trying to hide it anymore. And then he hired one of the authors of Project 2025 to be the border czar. So basically I tried to tell her it's not about politics. If you had a conservative president in there, I would not be. This is about hanging with people who support Nazis. And I had this conversation with a guy yesterday in California on a phone call that if this was 1933 in Germany, and you look around and the room is filled with Nazis, would you stay there and say, yeah, I'm gonna join the party? Or would you say, I'm sorry, I can't be around you people. No matter what it costs me, I'm going to be one of the people resisting or dying. I'm not going to join the party. And that's basically what it is. So I can't believe you defriended me because of politics. I've been telling you for a long time, it has nothing to do with politics, policy, any of that stuff. It has to do with the meanness and cruelty and the just absurd, cult-like marching in goose step along with the man. But the phoniness, people saying, oh, we love you, we're going to miss you. Well, no, you're not. First of all, if you were listening, you never really heard any fucking music anyway.
Well, Matt, if you're feeling stressed, just take a deep breath and take a moment.
That's tasty.
It's a little weird. I don't know. I don't get it. They put the washing machine obviously in front of a green screen, but somehow moving, which is very weird.
It's a relaxing video. It's a mindful video to take your
ASMR.
mind off.
Is that like a Zen thing? I didn't pick up on the Zen thing.
It's a wash Zen machine.
Yeah,
It's the Zen of
in the woods.
Right. Now the guy who threw the whatever he threw, what did he throw in there? What the fuck did he throw in the washing machine that made you do
I
that?
believe it was. I think it may have been a cinder block.
Or
I think it's a motor.
Oh, it had a weird shape to it, so I thought maybe they cut a cinder block because the whole cinder block may not have fit in the door. I don't know how big that washer was, but it fell apart pretty quickly. Almost like he took all the nuts and bolts off first, so that once it starts flying, and things would just fly off because.
I don't know. Let's go try it with your washer.
No, you put that on high and you throw an object in there that's just a little bit of weight. It will fucking tear those things up.
Yeah. So yeah. Are you ready for the big are you going to be as disappointed as I am today? I mean, this is more disappointing than losing the election. Is when Machan says, you know what, we're not going to prosecute him. He's not even. He's going to throw out the conviction and say he's not a convicted felon anymore, and that's going to be like, come on, just you're not gonna, you don't care.
I'm just
one.
Go ahead.
Go, Steven.
No, part of me really hopes that this guy's gonna find a backbone somewhere, but it's not gonna happen. So it's just gonna be just another day of disappointment and sadness, and he's gonna get away with more shit, and we're all just gonna have to sit here and watch it happen.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this about me. Oh, I'm sorry.
What I'm thinking is, and this is maybe a little bit a little bit different, but. All those people that call Kamala Harris the Antichrist, all those people that call Joe Biden the Antichrist, all those people that call Nancy Pelosi the Antichrist.
Got a lot of Antichrists around here.
Yeah. Aside from the fact, there's a lot of them. It's like almost like it's a union or something, or maybe a band. Maybe that's just it. Maybe the Antichrist is actually a band, and that's why there's so many of them. None of them got away with this kind of shit. This is the kind of shit you get away with when you have like deep-seated roots inside of evil. Not evil, when you have connections that like no matter what happens to you, the shit just doesn't stick to you. It sticks to everybody around you. All of his friends get covered with shit, and they like the smell.
All my friends are covered in shit.
And they like the smell.
We got a hit. Are you old enough? Are you old enough to remember John Gotti, the Teflon Don?
Well, yeah, I remember, but Teflon was cancerous. The shit that Trump's got.
What is Teflon?
Teflon is
they used to make condoms out of it. They used to make condoms out of it.
First of all, if you were a spray tech genius who could refute Einstein, you would know what Teflon is. Teflon is a non-stick coating, a metallic coating that they used to put on pots and pans and stuff that would keep food from like sticking on it, so it made it easier to clean. But it also just happened to make your intestines rot with like all sorts of cancers and stuff like that.
Cool.
So,
okay.
Yeah,
but that took years to happen. It's not like it's not like it happened after one or two uses. It took a while.
Right.
But then they didn't want to tell you about it. They didn't tell you right away. They knew it, but they didn't tell you.
So
it'll be like another Flint, Michigan for you. Once that happens in another year, it just kills you slowly over time and destroys your body, and it'll destroy your friends and family.
Nice. Okay, cool.
I have a problem with that because I want to be killed quickly and soon. I don't want to. Why do you drip drab it? Come on, let's get it over with.
My wife invited her son to come visit us, and he's a super Trumper.
Not me.
And I don't even have I don't even, like I said, uh, when she invited him, she looked at me and says, you have a problem with him coming down? I said, well, yeah. She said, I'm not going to abandon my son. I said, well, I don't expect you to abandon your son. You know, I said, just tell him, don't bring politics in the house. Don't bring his MAGA hat, his MAGA shirts. Don't bring that shit in the house. Because
what if he shows up decked out into the Reds?
Well, he knows that I will not let him in the house. He knows I won't do, because I don't make. He's known me for 20 years. I've never made an idle threat. I've never made an idle threat. I've only said things that I've actually done.
If you dress in blue and he dresses in red, you could actually make it you can make a de facto remake of the movie Colors while he's at your house.
I don't know if you can say that.
I'm not being disrespectful to your wife.
Why? It's about the Bloods and the Crips.
But from what you've described her, she's a very left-wing progressive person.
Get to Richard Maddow, turn left, and then get to Tom Hartman, turn left, and you reach my wife.
Right. So, but and this is where I just don't understand people's principles. Or thinking that people can overcome their differences. This is not about politics. This is about basic human decency. And anybody who is a super Trumper, as you just described, might as well put on a brown shirt and swastikas on their sleeves. And that's somebody you cannot have a conversation with. You can't find any common ground with. Now, I guess her common ground goes back to before Trump was in politics and all that stuff. And it's not, I don't blame Trump. What I'm mad at is that Trump exposed to me just how many really ugly souls there are in my life, and people who would just, their heart and soul is just rotten to the core. And so if this person is that, I don't understand how your wife says, you know what?
Because my wife believes in being, my wife has a belief system that differs from mine. Like, I do not believe in unconditional love. The condition is he's her son. That's why she puts up with it. For her, it's unconditional love because he's her son. And so no matter what he does, she says if he murdered someone, in other words, if he did the things that Trump wants to do, that's that's like the red line or the line in the sand or something. But he has not done those things. He's just voted to support those things.
To support those things. So I don't mind that you're killing young women. I mean, that Trump is killing young women, but you support that. You actually not just support it, but celebrate it. They're actually looking forward to it gleefully. Can't wait till some of these things happen. Like, the Trump's already come out with all these things that he's going to be doing, like getting rid of the Department of Education, put Lee Zeldin in charge of the EPA. Lee Zeldin is like, take all the regulations away. Remember Aaron Brockovich? Forget about that. Let it, let them just all pollute everything. Take all the, literally. He said yesterday he wants to roll back all the regulations that are on business, safety regulations. This is the new head of the EPA.
Well, I don't know that he's coming. I'm saying she invited him. I don't know that he's coming. It would be in December.
Are there any rules like don't talk politics? Like
my wife always says that. That is my wife's rule whenever I go any place. She doesn't want. If I can go. I could have gone to a Kamala Harris rally, and my wife looked at me and says, "Don't you talk politics?" Yeah. Because even I don't know how many of you know who Al Franken is. But Al Franken and I was talking, and my wife's version is that the first thing I said to him was that, you were wrong about such and such. And that's not how the conversation went. I was polite, and I pointed out that he missed something. Not that he was wrong, but he missed something. And I went on to let him know what he missed.
So he's not good. He's not good enough. He's not smart enough. He's not, and damn people like him.
Well, he just missed something. And I tell my wife, I don't blame him. And I wasn't blaming. I was just saying, here's some more information for you.
Right.
Because
people gave me the same kind of nonsense that your wife is telling you don't talk politics, and they said this about you put up with it this long, just don't listen to Mike. You don't talk politics, and what, you don't understand. I put up with it as long as there was no chance of the conspiracy theories being followed up by the cult. It was just nonsense, and I could dismiss it. But this is a guy who called me 3 times a week to tell me Michelle Obama has a dick, that Democrats are controlling the weather, that we got to, and he's not a guy. You know what? People need to know. The people in my life do not hold back when they say, we got to get rid of these spicks and niggers, man. They're not fucking sugarcoating it.
Whoa. Spicks and niggers? Both of them?
Both of them.
Guys, we're on Gov.
I can see.
No, let me expand upon that. Spicks, niggers, fags, queers, dagos. Yeah, we got to get rid of them all.
Hey, speaking of that,
I woke Ron up.
From York County, Pennsylvania. I have a video here. This broke the other day. This is Jonathan Spanos of the Penn State Advisory Board in York County.
Church again, and you're a fucking half brother nigger. Yeah, you're half nigger brother. Yeah, you're half nigger brother. Half nigger brother. Fuck you. I don't have a half nigger brother. Keep videoing. It's okay.
Okay, you said the N-word, like, on camera. That's gonna be great for you. Oh, that's right. That's gonna be great for you.
I am a racist. I hate trash. Josh, right. I hate trash. You pop me the finger, you're wrong. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. That's right, I did. I said he has a half nigger brother.
That's gonna be great for you.
I am a racist. I hate trash. Josh, right. I hate trash.
Dude, the goal of people since Trump has won the election has been so fucking ridiculous. I mean, my wife is dealing with.
I hear what you're saying. The evidence of them coming out and doing it publicly and getting caught on camera has been all pretty rampant after the election. But in my world, this has been the everybody talks like that around him, and the people that I'm cutting out of my life have been talking like that. But they say, we're not racist. It's just we'll be better for the economy. But as soon as there's no cameras around, got to get rid of all these, and it just goes on and on. And so, stop with the bullshit. I appreciate them coming out and exposing themselves as what they are. I like the fact that they're actually throwing it out there now.
Know who they are?
Yes, I agree.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Yep. So that guy, he may be resigning.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah,
I don't think he might not make it to that fucking hearing to fucking. Idiot.
I mean, he just let it fly. There is like no gray area. He's like, we're gonna make this black and white, and like my friend.
That's what I call strong division.
This is why pacifism will not help in this situation. Sometimes you just gotta hit somebody in the fucking mouth.
But here's the weird thing. The other guy, the guy that's not the racist, says, I don't have a half nigger brother. Like, he doesn't fly That's like, you have a half nigger brother. I do not have a half nigger brother. He's half coon, damn it. He's half spear chucker. He's half punch monkey, but he's not half nigger.
I'm sorry.
Well, this is where it gets interesting. So Penn State York announced that it was investigating a viral video that reportedly shows an advisory board member and York area restaurateur using racist slurs during a dispute with fellow motorist. Jonathan Spanos, owner of the Paddock on Market in York, is reportedly showing using the N-word, and we've seen the video. So that guy owns a restaurant. He sits on the advisory board of Penn State York, and he is in some heat.
I thought shoppers
and I'm sure his restaurant now this weekend will be packed with racists because they'll be like, we're here to support you. And
one thing for certain, he probably doesn't have any Hispanics working in the kitchen, so he's not going to lose any employees. They're probably all white reformed Klansmen or something, or prison dudes or something.
Yeah, I want to see him show up in the kitchen that day.
Here I'm sorry, I have to go here. Mikey Scarione calls himself Mikey Shane, the leader of the Rockin' 45, lives in a black neighborhood where he bought a house there because he could buy a very big fancy house for the price of a black neighborhood house. That it cost him $500,000 where he lives. In a white neighborhood, it would have cost $2 million. So he lives, but he's surrounded by black people. His wife is a brown immigrant. His kitchen, where he works, he's the boss, and he has immigrants working for him, and he has Latinos and Hispanics working for him. But he's the most racist fucking piece of shit going, and he feels like, see, I got a black friend, I got Hispanics that work for me, I got black people in my neighborhood. That proves I'm not racist. But no, that doesn't prove shit. Yeah, it's how you treat.
You think you're better than them. Yeah, it's how you.
Yeah, and we definitely need the other side of the.
If I have 7 black guys that finish inside me at the truck stop, and I have 4 black guys that finish on my face behind the dumpster at Burger King, how many hard R's just made my day? That's what I call schlong division.
See, it goes up. It's full circle.
I like that guy's voice. That very deep.
Yeah, no, it's actually kind of soothing. They should sell that so you can listen to that to go to sleep at night.
Yeah. He could definitely read Mary Had a Little Lamb or so. I don't know, whatever.
Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Hey, Carl, you're welcome.
Fleece was white as snow.
Carl's there. If you want to pop in anytime and say hello, I mean, we're here for you. Do you want to just give us your English, no politics, fuck you guys, fuck you dopey Americans, talk down to us? We're here for that.
Just come in and say some fun words in your accent. I need it.
Yeah.
Are you a retard?
Yes. And I need his accent to say.
Why don't
words.
you just call it an English sex line, Stephen? Why?
Because I have to pay for that. I don't got the money for
Stephen is what they would call a Cockney cuck. He loves to watch them speaking their accent.
He's kidding.
I'm starting to feel that MAGA vibes kind of build up in me a little bit. You keep running your mouth.
Wow.
I should be Cockney cuck.
Oh, hey. Well, hey, you know what? Oh.
So, Bitcoin has been going through the roof for the last couple of days, big time. I mean, it went from, I think, it increased in worth, like at least my wife's holdings increased in worth about $40,000 since the election.
Well,
and they're totally giving Trump credit for that. I think it probably does have some the anticipation of him. He was not a crypto guy until the last few months of this campaign, when somebody convinced him to go, be behind crypto. But now,
they explained to him this basically is untraceable money, untraceable sources of income, and you like that. And so he goes, "Oh, you're right, I do."
Well, you heard he's not only going after Bitcoin, but he's also been referencing Dogecoin a lot.
Right.
And apparently
he came out with his own stupid coin, but like everything else he does, it tanked.
Bitcoin. Yeah. He came up with Bitcoin.
Yeah,
which didn't do well.
He'll push that again, and it'll inflate. And then once he gets in office, 3 months.
That's exactly where I was going with this. Everybody who is celebrating now and giving him all this credit for it, they should sell now, or definitely sell before January 6th. Because
I mean, this is kind of the only upside to this. Not worth the exchange at all, by the way. But get yourself some Dogecoin, get yourself some Bitcoin, get ready to sell it once it tops out before he's elected.
Don't get it now. It's too, if you don't already have it, you're fucked.
Yeah. Right.
Don't get involved.
You buy low, sell high.
Yeah.
Not buy high and hope it goes high.
No. Buy low, sell high. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because Doge,
it's not. You already have to have it. You can't get involved now. It's too late.
Bitcoin, yes. Doge is low. Doge is still pennies on, like not even pennies. So I would say get Doge before they fucking pump that shit and then fucking destroy it. Mostly Elon's has his hands in that though, so I don't know.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. Because they make the way they play the market, they make money when they lose also. You know, they can bet it. They can bet the short. I don't know how to even do that. I lose my shorts. I wouldn't be able to know how to bet the short.
I just don't have legs for shorts. I just prefer pants. But that's just me.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just don't know. How are we doing over there on Blue Sky? Anybody watching on Blue Sky? If you're on Blue Sky, we won't see your chat. We're not like incorporated there. I don't know if they have a streaming API yet that we could tap into.
Well, I'm gonna sign up for Blue Sky when the show's over.
So. Blue Sky, nothing but blue. Do I even see? Look, we are a couple of people on Steven's Twitter watching. So yeah. I mean X. Did I say Twitter? I meant to say X. I'm sorry. I'm scared. I gotta answer this question about. You guys talk amongst yourselves. This is a money question.
Here, I have while we're talking about MAGA people, I have a great video of an old man and a golf cart.
What a nice woman. He's basically assaulting her, and now she's helping him. You know.
Slow.
Yeah, I mean, really.
I don't think you should be driving it.
No, you shouldn't, but you can't do anything at this point, really, or else.
Honestly, no, yeah, but just sit here for a while. I need you
Should I
to
take
calm
these keys
down.
out?
You're bleeding.
I don't know, you're getting involved in it. I know, you're right.
You don't need to be driving. You're going to hurt somebody and then they're going to put you in jail. So I want you just to sit here. No.
Oh my God. The flowers! The flowers! Oh my God!
Oh! All right, now you need to call.
Oh my God! Oh my
I'm gonna take the keys out.
Yeah.
Take the keys out.
I'm gonna take the keys out.
Oh my
You know, as much
God!
as a dick as he's been, I know.
Down and give me 50. What the hell were we looking at there?
Drunk guy trying to drive a golf cart.
He was.
But he was already hurt before, wasn't it? Because she says you're bleeding. Didn't she? Didn't I hear her say you're bleeding?
It's possible he may have taken a fall.
Wow. Good morning, Carl. Good afternoon, Carl.
Oh, just for Stephen, are you a retard?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Why did you call me?
I love how you say that. It's great.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Oh. Now somebody, Sherry Jacobus, who's a pundit on Twitter, she said that she's been being attacked by bots that are calling her a retard. And she said that Musk must have been called a retard a lot because he's on the spectrum. He must have been called a retard as a kid, and that's very vindictive for him. I just can't. What's going through my mind is somebody's actually programming bots to go around calling people a retard. Do you think
that's the internet? That's what the internet always was, really. And now you can make bots for Twitter and whatnot. That's been a hobby for trolls for a long time.
So they just seek people out and call them a retard,
and worse.
Is it like AI?
What's worse than being called a? I'm just teasing.
It still sounds classy when I say it. There was I follow this really right wing Christian gamer, just for like to see when you want to look at society, and her big thing is using homophobic slurs, constantly.
Huh. Now, distraction over there, is this like anybody care about this in England? Are they talking about? They are.
Yeah, of course. It's a global thing, isn't it? And America's very loud, as I've said before, and it affects other things. So.
Well, we didn't care. Oh, there were a handful of people here who cared about Brexit, but it wasn't like.
Yeah, but America's got a larger influence on the world.
Well, fuck us then.
Economies. Yeah.
Could you bomb us?
No.
Fuck. All right.
Could you send some of your queens over here to invade us?
Gay people?
Well, maybe. Can you guys just take this back?
Are you a retard?
What I do when I come to America, I do call it inspecting the colony.
No.
I tweeted that from Jamaica Station in New York last time I'm here to inspect the... Fuck off, Alexa.
What did she say? She said, "Carl, don't talk bad about America." Is that what she said?
I think so. Yeah. But it needs to inform you what it's connected to.
Well, little do you know that your Alexa's actually the FBI. You're welcome.
You're not.
Oh yeah.
You're not paranoid. I've had a list.
No,
but I never plugged it in.
I'm paranoid. I'm clearly on many lists, and I always resisted getting one of these things. But we're past it. You can't really, if you're doing anything anywhere, everything's being tracked and sold. So fuck it at this point. I'll wear a smartwatch. If China is recording the heart rate thing and selling it to someone.
Yeah, no. Siri said to me, "You're not going to jerk off to Trump fucking jerking off giraffes again, are you?" And I was like, "Wow, that's kind of intrusive."
I've jerked off, using the American term, over many things that you wouldn't normally, just because I don't want to stop. Like someone will call, you know, or you have to go. You have to go on a Microsoft Teams meeting, and you're like, well.
See, my Siri keeps me from making mistakes. My Siri, I went to take a dick pic, and my Siri's like, "Whoa, don't do that." And I was like,
Let me get because there's got to be a line here. Like, if your mother called and wanted to invite you for dinner, would you stop then?
Well, my mother never calls me first one. She never invites me for dinner, but I probably would at least relax a little for a while.
Jesse Waters.
Thinking about it.
Jesse Waters.
Would you just stop, or would you stop and put it away until she was off the phone?
Yeah, I'd still be thinking about it the whole time. Like, yeah, okay, Mom. Sure, got to get back to work.
Jesse Waters on Fox last night said that his mother disinvited him for Thanksgiving dinner. She's a woman who thinks like me, but. She disinvited him for Thanksgiving dinner, but he's her son, so she said, "Why don't you stop by the day after?" And he'd be like, "I'll be at Best Buy for Black Friday." Like, oh my God,
who goes to a physical?
Do you think they're going to change the name from Black Friday to something more Caucasian now? Because that is a big holiday. That's a big fucking deal, and you think they'd want that big fucking deal named after?
It also lasts for like 3 weeks now, doesn't it?
No.
Well, then there's like Cyber Monday, there's
Amazon
like
for a month,
Small Business Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say a lot of stores have Black Friday deals starting like mid-November, and they go all the way to like Cyber Monday.
I wouldn't go to a physical store. I just do Amazon because I can do this while still masturbating, as we've discussed.
If you shop physical stores on Black Fridays, you are a piece of shit human being. And let me tell you why. Because one, you have all these poor people working there that are just tired of everyone's bullshit. Then you have people fist fighting over $12 socks. It's retarded. It makes no sense.
It's what?
On the bright side,
what was that word you used?
A lot of those
goddamn liberal tears. That's what that is.
Yes.
On the bright side, and believe me, I don't shop on Black Friday, and I do not encourage anyone that I know to shop on Black Friday. But there are people who need the overtime, and so unfortunately they don't make enough during the rest of the year. So they have to take these overtime hours and these fucked up schedules, to probably buy Christmas gifts. So they work Black Friday, make some double overtime so they can buy some Christmas gifts, but they can't buy on Black Friday. Because they'll be gone by the time they get a chance to shop.
Wait for it.
I knew that was coming.
Do you think that? What do you think is happening? GD says she moves it with her arm. What do you think happens there? Nothing. He thinks it's like she's moving the bottle with her arm. She's not like she's doing like a move to move the bottle down off the curb.
Do you know? I didn't even notice anything else. I was just waiting for I thought she was gonna fart.
No, she sits on a
I didn't even
roller.
that.
Show it again, Ron. Roll it back again.
Roll it back
Roll
again.
tape.
Roll the tape.
There's a bottle of beer there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a magic trick.
Or illusion, as we say in France.
Hopefully.
What?
Illusion.
So, what do they call it? Schadenfreude, whatever the German thing for when you laugh at or enjoy somebody else's pain.
Schadenfreude. You're right.
Yeah.
Schadenfreude.
I used to be a marketing director for a company that
Schadenfreude?
basically, well, their business model was to offer pay as you go, high predatory rate credit on any, and they drop ship. They have a e-commerce store. You have to apply to them for credit. They will sell you like an Apple iPhone for $5,000, and then
Finger Hut. Finger Hut used to do.
But they take it right out of your paycheck. But they only served government employees. I mean, that was their biggest market, government employees, because there were so many of them, and because if you have a government job, you're not going to get fired. You're going to keep it your entire life. But these guys were all big trumpets. So they were predatory, they were assholes, they were treating people like basically scum and being, but they were heavy trumpers. But their entire business model was because government employees never get fired and they back Trump. Now Trump is in and he wants to fire all the government employees. So all those people they gave credit to based on their paychecks are going to be out of a job, and then Trump's going to fill those with lackeys, and maybe they can start over. But you see where I'm going here. They have millions of dollars that they're going to lose, and they might lose their actual business because Trump is in. But they will back them. So I'm kind of like, serves you right. But my little Schadenfreude there. Because basically they were taking people, and everything was like extremely insane prices, but they entice people with, we know you got bad credit, you suck at managing your money forever. This is going to help you improve your credit because you're going to have to only buy from us for the rest of your life at insane inflated price gouging prices, like a new sofa, $14,000, and you can pay for it over the next 30 years at coming right out of your paycheck at $20 a week. And they just keep banging these people over the head every time they need something. Yeah, we'll get it for you. Take it out of your paycheck for the rest of your life. And all those people now are not going to have a paycheck to take it out of. They're going to default on their loans. It's gonna be gleeful for me because I did not like the prospect of working for that company anyway. So just to see them, and they were all heavy duty, like right wingers. So fuck them. That's what I say.
Fuck them all.
Yeah. What? Carl's now. Carl, yeah, I want to give you a chance to respond to it because people, I think it was Steven, to be honest with you, was insinuating that when you're not here, you're drunk.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Yesterday I was extremely hungover, and a friend came around with very cheap Polish lager, and I drank some of that. But that was just to take the edge off.
Yeah.
But I stopped at 3 and went to bed yesterday. It was just to land safely from Sunday.
Wait a minute, did you stop at 3 and go to bed, or stop at 3 and pass out?
No,
and you just happened to be close enough to your bed to fall on it.
I looked out the window and thought, what mischief can I get up to on a Monday? And then I just thought, I'm gonna drink water and go to bed. I
want to just dispel the rumor. You're not drunk all the time, right? This
no. No, far less than people would imagine, but more than some people.
Yeah, more than me, because because I can't. I couldn't get drunk if I tried. I mean, I fall asleep. That's what happened. Go ahead.
I stop when either something closes or there's no more things to imbibe.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Do you want to apologize to Colin now, Stephen, for calling him a drunk?
I think it's fair because I think the only time not the only time, but the main time when I've messaged him, I've been drinking. So
yeah, I was gonna say more often than not when he's messaging me. I feel like the shameful like hookup that he only messages when he's drunk and lonely.
I'm getting better at this too, but I used to call it drunk admin. Like I'd forget to message anyone or reply to anything, but at 1 a.m. in a bar somewhere, I'd be like, I'm gonna catch up on admin now.
It's fine, dude. I'm a
100 messages to people I shouldn't even be talking to.
Are you on Blue Sky?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got an. Yeah, I mean, I've got an account.
I think I already had one, but I have a new one now over
I
there.
set one up a couple of years ago, whenever that
name on
was, and
there,
then I went on it. Actually, I went on it recently, but I've just changed phones, so I haven't got this app connected yet. But I'll.
Well,
It just seems to be a void.
There's a
your name
mind
on the
dog
blue
on
sky?
there. I think the mind dog that is on there was on MySpace as mind dog, and we got into some shit.
Oh, a different mind dog.
Yeah. I remember he was trying to take my, because I was mind dog on MySpace before he was, and he was angry about this. This is a guy, he's like a programmer or something, and he was just trying to get the name back from me. And I said, like, dude, I've been called mind dog longer than you've been alive. So, but he's now on Blue Sky, and so I'm Mind Dog TV. I'm just waiting.
Please restart the beef. Please restart the MySpace beef. That will be good.
Yeah, he's not a kid anymore. This because that was 20. MySpace has been gone for more than 20 years. So he's not a kid anymore. He's looking like a middle-aged man now. So yeah, I'm a grandpa fighting a middle-aged guy online. That's always
please start this again.
Yeah. All right, I will. Let's do it right now. I'm on Blue Sky right now. We're so at Mind Dog. If you're seeing me, go suck my dick. All right.
Carl, what's your name on the blue skies?
I have absolutely no idea. I'll have to.
Jeez.
I'll check the old phone. And you can't see the phone. These could be invisible things, really. But yeah.
What?
I got a new phone recently too. It's a pain in the ass. I feel you.
Most things transferred well, but some things didn't. So
mostly mostly logging back into the apps is a pain in the ass. I went from the 13 to the 16 Pro and transferred everything, and it was easy overall, but just the apps kind of pissed me off.
Well, I went from Android to Apple. I've come back in. The team.
I went to Android for about 2 weeks and regretted it immensely, and returned it and got the iPhone 16 Pro. So.
Yeah, I've got the Mac Mini that I run this off, and then I got the iPhone. I'm on the teat now. There's no getting out of it. I know that.
Same.
I'm in.
I got the phone.
I like it. I like the experience. It's all completely overpriced, but everything does work. So, and it's
the environment's nice. The Apple environment's kind of nice when you have everything together. Unfortunately,
this person Precious is attacking me. I'm getting attacked by Precious. A guy named Precious.
I'm liking the Notes app because I can dictate to it. It transcribes, and then it pops up on my Mac as well. So it's just all there, and then I can.
That's what I write my jokes on my phone. They pop up on my iPad, on my computer. I'm ready to go. We're good.
I just say racial slurs over and over again, like 1,000 times, and then it comes up, and it's all integrated. It's amazing.
Right. Now Alexis is more tolerant of the racism than Siri, or not? Have you experienced Siri?
It's definitely recording everything and emailing some department, but like, okay, Alexa, what's the weather today in Manchester?
Good afternoon, Carl. In Manchester.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, why does Jeff Bezos have fake tits? Nothing. But I guarantee that is being sent to some information department. Somewhere on Amazon.
Being sent to Lindsey Graham was fucking. Oh, Jeff Bezos has fake tits.
Did you know that your Alexa will do Star Trek sounds and stuff? Has Star Trek Easter eggs.
Alexa, do Star Trek sounds.
No. Say Alexa. Say Alexa, fire photon torpedoes.
Alexa, fire photon torpedoes.
Hi, Captain.
Maybe you should ask Alexa, what's the best way for a single guy to kill himself?
Or a married guy, or like an old man.
Alexa, what's the best way for a single guy to kill himself?
Get married.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
You're a fucking liar. You're a robot.
Yeah, I know.
Say Alexa, red alert.
I actually
Alexa,
know.
red alert.
I actually know. But hey Siri.
It's denying it. Maybe it's a US thing. I'll have to look into it.
Who is Carl Mann?
Here's what I found.
Folk singer, psychic.
Oh, you give me a web page. No, I want you to tell me. Can you just tell me who Carl Mann is? She shut up.
So iPhone 16 Pro has the Apple Intelligence, which was supposed to make Siri better. It's not.
Well,
It's
I
really
found
not.
because I've gone from not having Siri to having it, it's better than I remember it being on
Siri's
this at the moment,
great
but-
overall, but I'm saying the Apple Intelligence did not kick it up to the notch that they advertised it, and it's really
Yeah,
fucking like
that's going to be an
didn't do
Apple
it.
thing, and that's going to be on the 17 for real, right? They'll kind of put a shit version in, but the
Well,
17
so-
you need to buy this because this is for
Well,
real.
the
now.
15 actually got the shit version. The 16 was built with it and was supposed to be built with it on board. They just didn't release the software till after it was launched. So yeah.
Steven fancies himself like a techno geek who can't work a fucking web page.
No, hold on. I worked for like 13 years fixing and repairing cell phones.
I get it. I get it. You
it's
fancy
just
yourself
software
a
I'm not
techno geek, but you can't work a web page. You can't even manage a simple calendar or WordPress installation. But you think you're Steve Jobs.
WordPress confuses the shit out of me.
There you go.
Yeah. I can use Wix.
It's Steven the No Jobs Ortiz.
Yeah, Steven No Jobs. Yeah, hell yeah. Listen, I can use Wix just fine, but anything outside of plug and play as far as like website design, it just boggles me. The thing is, I'm terrible at math, terrible at coding, terrible at all of that. So
yeah. All right.
Everyone has a specific thing they're good at. You might be really good down here, but not good down here, right? Steve Jobs was amazingly talented, but he decided to eat nuts and take orange juice when he got cancer. Didn't work.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? Steven No Jobs doesn't have cancer. One up on me.
Ron, now I don't know if you're aware of this, but StreamYard has an app like Siri or Alexa built into it. It's called Napo. Ask Napo that question that you wanted caller Ask Alexa.
Alexa, what is the best way for
Napo? What?
Ask Napo.
Hey, Napo, what's the best way for a single guy to kill himself?
Helium.
What?
Helium.
That's what I call schlong division.
I looked it up the day after the election. Apparently, and maybe this will get us banned from all the streaming services. Apparently, inhaling helium is the easiest and most pain-free way to off yourself. And this is
not freezing to death.
No, it kind of it expands your brain or something, whatever. But it's apparently there was a lot of it going around in the early 2000s. People were buying helium, things to inflate balloons, and they were just buying it to off themselves at home. And apparently, it's effective and completely.
I never got when someone's tried to do it. Right? What do you mean try? Because you can be pretty sure if you want to be. Don't shoot yourself in the face because you might just shoot half your face off and then you're still alive. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Before we dive into the discussion, though, hold on.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host or guest.
And should be interpreted.
Okay.
They're not my opinions. They're something I read on.
No, I just don't want people to think we're promoting suicide.
I'm not promoting suicide. I'm just saying because I looked it up, the easiest, most pain-free way to do it. And apparently, according to Google, inhaling helium was. And there were.
Now, where do you get the helium?
You buy it on. Well, Jeff Bezos will deliver it right to your house for you. That's nice, right?
I didn't think helium would do that. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess it's enough. It's just not enough
of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, if you have a whole canister, but it's just when you're playing around with helium, it's fine. But if you just breathe it in for an hour,
right? Yeah, it's like you stop breathing oxygen altogether. You put just a fucking helium mask on your face, and you're not getting any oxygen.
Do people do nitrous in the States, like just junkies on the street?
Oh,
and stuff?
yeah,
They
used to do nitrous
canisters.
Oh, whippets are bad. Whippets are back in full fashion.
Yeah, you go in any city center here, they're just on the floor everywhere.
Dude, they sell now. If you go to tobacco stores or head shops in the U.S., you can buy little personal sized nitrous dispensers for people that are doing it on the fucking go. Swear to God, it's ridiculous.
I don't know where they get them from. Whether someone is doing it black market, or you can get it legally here in a store. I'm not sure, but they're just the tiny canisters are just absolutely everywhere.
You get them for you get them for BB guns and shit, little CO2 canisters.
Right. Oh, yep. Okay, that makes sense.
Now, my
You can
question
buy 'em in
is,
bulk for like $20.
my question is there like a camp or like an institute or someplace where they workshop these ideas of what you can sniff or snort or puff to see what gets you high?
College.
Really? Because I know a lot of people who didn't go to college who do this stuff.
Yeah,
so
mainly people that didn't go to college, I think.
High school. There you go.
You find out by seeing you give kids toys and whatever you see, and when you see your kid fall over, you go, "Oh, I wonder what made that." Oh, it was the airplane glue. Okay, let's try putting that in a bag and seeing how effective it could be.
I
Basically, using your kids as guinea pigs. That's what I'm saying.
Because I know when I was a kid, I learned about sniffing glue from other kids who had been sniffing glue.
Right.
I don't know how they learned, unless they probably learned from, because I could smell it from because I used to build models. But I used to read the thing and it said, "Do not inhale." So I didn't inhale.
Well, that's why one kid just said "fuck you" and inhaled it.
Yeah, it was a contrarian, right?
This is amazing. This is amazing. You need to do this.
Right.
And the same with my magic markers. Now, true, I did. And no matter how many times I got warned about this, I love the smell of new books. When you get a brand new book, you break the spine. And I remember when I bought my first set of encyclopedias, and they arrived, and all 50 books arrived at one time, and I just kept opening book after book after book.
The first time I got high on glue, it wasn't deliberate. I never really did that. Maybe as a kid, I'm not sure, but I was doing a job where I was laying carpet tiles many years ago. I was doing a physical job, and I had a huge canister of carpet glue, but I didn't read it, and afterwards, I felt a bit funny, and it said, "Do not use for more than 15 minutes. Go and get fresh air." I was using it for like 6 hours straight, no mask or anything. And then I didn't feel anything until I went outside, and then everything was like, "Whoa, I think I'm high now."
Did you guys ever hear?
How did the job turn out? How did the job turn out when you're?
Listen, this job, the woman paid me in cash from the safe, and then she went to get us cocaine. That was what kind of job it was. So
how did the rug look? I mean, was it like flat or did it have like little?
I guess I don't know. They were horizontal. I don't know.
Was there a lump underneath of it that shaped like that resembled a cat that she couldn't find?
Very possible. I have very slim memories of that.
Did you guys ever hear when people were getting high off of bottles of urine?
No.
Oh my god! I remember seeing it on the news. No, I remember seeing it on the news. I don't remember. I think it was on MSNBC, but there was like parents were finding kids were like pissing in jugs and keeping it under their bed until it like ferments and then huffing it and getting high off of it.
Okay.
Yeah, what the fuck, right?
That's sad. And Matt, it's 10:03. Should we do the news before we lose any people?
Lose what people?
The non-urine audience, the non-urine huffing audience.
All right, we can listen to 3 seconds of whatever this news idiot has to say, and then bomb him. Once you say that's enough.
An official from the Federal Emergency Management Agency who advised disaster relief teams to avoid approaching Florida homes displaying Trump campaign signs has been dismissed, FEMA's chief announced Saturday.
FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell condemned the employee's actions as reprehensible in a social media statement, adding that the individual's employment had been terminated. "We take our mission to assist everyone before, during, and after disasters."
All right, I will come back to that, but I just want to point out, maybe the guy was, because we know that they were acting very violent towards the FEMA workers there. Maybe he was just protecting his staff. I should have been his lawyer and made this case. He wasn't like saying don't give funds to. He was saying don't go to the doors because they're fucking crazy, right? Am I right? Say yes, you're right. Okay.
Yes, you're right.
Yes,
an official from the Federal Emergency Management Agency who advised disaster relief teams to avoid approaching Florida homes displaying Trump campaign signs has been dismissed, FEMA's chief announced Saturday.
FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell condemned the employee's actions as reprehensible in a social media statement, adding that the individual's employment had been terminated. "We take our mission to assist everyone before, during, and after disasters very seriously," Criswell wrote. "This employee has been terminated, and the matter has been referred to the Office of Special Counsel." Lawrence Keller wrote.
The United Nations Human Rights Office is calling for accountability, urging a reckoning for potential war crimes committed by both Hamas and Israeli forces since October 7th, 2023.
According to the HRC report, 70% of the confirmed casualties in Gaza through April were women and children. The UN Human Rights Office has released a 32-page document assessing possible war crimes and human rights abuses by Israel, Hamas, and other armed Palestinian groups against civilians in Gaza and during the broader conflict affecting Israeli civilians. Benjamin Wright reporting.
Ukraine carried out a major drone attack on Moscow overnight, marking the largest assault on Russia's capital since the start of the invasion.
Ukraine deployed 145 drones, as confirmed by a statement from the Ukrainian Air Force. The attack...
Basically, it's the end of 4th of July. They're just shooting off all their fireworks because, the holiday ends in an hour or so. They're just getting rid of what they have left. That's all. So, we're going to be Trump campaigned as the anti-war president, right? Yeah, anti-war guy.
Hey,
he's already looking to start wars with Iran and all over the place.
The Iran things are every political party in America has wanted to bomb the shit out of Iran for 20 years.
Yeah,
it's just who.
Ron's gonna talk.
Sorry, Ron, go on.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Ron has something to say.
Stephen had mentioned huffing.
Woo.
Check this out. This is fucking. Let's check it out.
Oh, no. Dude, try some, dude. I'm not even fucking playing like this.
Give me do not. Oh my fucking god.
Yo, is he dying?
He's behind the wheel of a car.
Yeah, but he wasn't moving.
Yeah, he wasn't moving. He was taking a break.
Yeah, he couldn't move.
Yeah,
he definitely wasn't moving after a while. But
to be honest, it does look fun. I think he's having a nice time in there, unless he is dying.
Especially when his.
Dude, try some, dude. I'm not even fucking playing like this.
Give me do not. Oh my fucking god.
Yo, is he dying?
What do we know what he was huffing?
That's it was canned air cleaner.
Yeah, canned air.
Walmart already has a policy that they only sell 2 cans per person per day because of this.
Yeah, but those things never work because you can just get 10 friends, right?
Or just pay cash. You pay cash. You pay cash, and who's going to know?
So you tell me I could go to Walmart and buy something to off myself today?
It's at once, right? You can only buy 2 at once. You could go again, or you just go to multiple.
Just go to a different Walmart. They don't track it with ID or nothing. It's up to the employees to because it's in the electronics department. And there's usually the same people there most of the time, so it's up to them to keep tracking security.
There's that one guy that's coming in every day. You don't need to be cleaning your keyboard this much, man.
Breaking news from Ian about cat piss. Kids were huffing to get high. Cat piss. Listen, I've been around litter boxes enough to know it doesn't make me high. It just makes me angry.
Cats stink, man.
Yeah. And how do you get cat piss? I mean, would you deny him his litter box and squeeze him?
Ooh.
I mean, I know we had a cat that was so afraid of cars that if you put him in a car and turned on the engine, he would piss immediately. So if you put him because that's how we got a urine sample from him. The vet came to the house, and the vet says, "I need a urine sample from your cat." And she says, "If you can get him to pee," she says, "we can tap his bladder." Well, I said, "No," I said, "I can get him to pee." And she goes, "How?" I said, "I'll be right back." And I picked him up. I put him in a big bowl in the car, turned it on, and he just pissed right there. And I took him out to wipe his feet, and I took the piss in, and I said, "Here you go." She goes, "How'd you do it?" I said, "He's terrified of car engines." So that's the only way I know to get piss out of a cat without tapping the bladder.
That's got to be a beat somehow.
I just enjoy that video because you can actually see his brain rebooting. Trying to reboot.
But there must be a moment as he's falling over where there's some part of his brain going, "Is this the end?" There's always that part of like, is this a trip or am I fucking dying?
Oh my fucking god!
That's a great impression. Someone needs to clip this. Ian, clip this. Also, clip the part where he's saying Spicks and Diggers earlier as well. That would be fun.
Yeah, I know a lot of kids that resemble that kid. I mean, I know a lot of young men who he seems like the one you would get off the shelf. This is a young man you would buy. He's not a custom young man. He is a very stock, generic young man. But
I think they call that an NPC.
In 10 years, it's not going to be a good look unless he is a CEO in 5 years and he's still doing that, but with Coke and.
You think he survived that? Because on the clip it said the young man died, and people were sharing it.
No, he didn't really die. Steve-O did that shit for what 10 years, like every day. That guy just passed out. He's not dead.
What are you under the desk? Where the fuck are you?
No, I am getting something out of my dog's fur real quick. I'm just off camera.
Okay. So you can huff it later.
What? No, dude. I ain't doing that. I have enough health problems to add that on top of it. You kidding me?
So that's called huffing, right? So it was the Huffington Post.
That's exactly how I got started.
Yeah, it was everybody just getting together online to huff.
Yes, that's exactly it. That's exactly what happened.
They're huffing posts.
Yeah, when I was a youth in Baltimore, there was this kid playing in our basement is playing ping pong, and the ball cracked, and we was going to just throw the ball away, and he goes, "Wait a sec, no, you can smoke that and get high," and I'm
not sniffing
what?
King Kong's balls.
I said, "What?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Where did you learn to do that?" He goes, "Oh, it was called Boys Village back then. Yeah, it's called Boys Village, where it was like a juvenile delinquent center." And they couldn't get high there, they didn't have any drugs, so they used to smoke ping pong balls.
Right. A juvenile delinquent center. Now we call that coffee with the dog.
Except for none of us are juveniles.
Oh, and
also, I'm going to create an infinite tunnel of
physically
screens.
Yeah.
Every time I'm on this forever till I die.
Wow. Yeah. You took a screenshot of this and then put that behind you. It's just to confuse me, like I'm in the time tunnel or something.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get that dementia to come quick.
Yes. Well, oh no, it's too late. You were way too late. Way behind the curve there.
Now with Matt, the dementia is the only thing coming quick.
Or coming at all. Let's put it that way. Yeah. I have guests booked for the rest of the week, by the way. This is but
unless you watch today's show.
Oh yeah, that's true. I know that they'll still be booked whether they run away like that guy Peter Krestev did last week.
And the Uncle Murchie guy, the black Republican.
Oh no,
Uncle Murchon.
He didn't run away. I didn't send him the link on purpose.
Okay.
Once his publicist wrote to me and said, because I sent the link to his publicist, his former publicist, and they said, we don't work with him anymore. I said, well, somehow he got booked on my show. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. And by taking care of it, I meant I'll dismiss him.
Okay.
I didn't want to talk to that guy anyway. I mean, I have very little patience for the people who are going to be on the receiving end of the cruelty that's coming, who voted to be victims. Whether black, gay, Hispanics, women, all of them. They if you voted for it, you deserve to get it. Fuck you. I have no patience for you. So next week I have this week we have guests the rest of the week. Andy Page, who's on General Hospital, a soap, and she's a QVC salesperson. She kind of rescheduled again. So she had already rescheduled for Friday. Now she's moved that a couple of weeks into the distance. But we do have Christina Strack, who's a pretty successful comedian. Been on all the late night shows. She's got an IMDb page full of impressive credits. She's going to be on Friday. So I think probably the first comedian we've had on in a long time. I can't remember the last time we had other than Carl here today. But when we've had a comedian be a guest, and it's a refreshing change. Now, Carl.
What about Sean? Sean was a comedian, wasn't she? Or was she on in her hooker
Sean and
capacity?
Elizabeth Croydon. You're right. I forget quickly. Carl. Now, Ron has this theory that Trump's presence in the White House again is going to have some kind of effect on comedy. Do you agree with that?
I've no idea.
It's already happening.
Last time it made a lot of really annoying people go after. It made a lot of left-wing people very annoying last time.
Well, yeah. What's happening this time, and it's already happening, like on our scene, because of that. This whole thing with that "my body, my choice" shit that like some of these dudes have been doing, and now like locally, there's been like the women have come out and have told the fucking male open mic comics, like, get your shit together. We're tired of you fucking talking about our bodies and this bullshit and so on and so forth. So we're already seeing a little bit of it just on the local scene, on our local scene. And I'm sure it's happening throughout the country.
A lot of jokes got policed a lot more last time, I think, even on open mics.
I don't even, but at this time, I don't even think it's about policing. It's the climate has changed. It's not about like policing jokes at this point. The women are just like really pushing back now and stomping these male open micers' balls, which they deserve to be stomped. Some of them.
Yeah, there's some of that here happening anyway, and that's good in some way. It's if you got a shithead. There was one recently where a promoter was asking to grab someone's tits, a female comedian, and that got.
You guys want some of this bacon, egg, and cheese? I got.
You're eating on your own show. You're disgusting.
I know.
Did you make that, or did you force the lady of the house to make that? Or the new regime? There's a few Twitter people that have been quote tweeting women and said "your body, my choice" and all that stuff.
They've been saying it a lot.
But there's been a lot of doxing going back the other way from the women. So they've been saying, okay, all the right wing guys that have been in my DMs for the last 4 years, enjoy getting home tonight when your wife has all these screenshots, your job, your mother, your daughter. So there's quite a lot of shit going back the other way, which is quite funny as well.
Steven posted about Nick Fuentes yesterday, and he's got some friends who I guess are.
He got doxed last week, right?
Yeah. Where is this now?
Not that it's a good thing to be doxing people's addresses, but there is a little bit of.
I wanted to play this clip, but did I throw it out? Did I throw it out? Did I throw it out? Oh, maybe it's on the other computer. That could be. All right. Yeah. So no, the wife bought me a sandwich from out in the stores. I guess if they purchased
nice
thing. Yeah, that's the wife for you. How about you get yourself a wife? This is what you could do. You can say, "Your body, my sandwich."
Yes, that's the plan.
That is. Fuck. I wanted to play. Oh, you know what? No, I can't do that. Fuck me. Just fuck me. All right.
I had this conversation before.
Yeah, no, you've had that. It wasn't fun the first time. I can't. What the fuck, man? I hate life. Don't you hate life?
Usually.
Yeah.
But that's what people say.
That's what people say. All right, talk amongst yourselves.
Life, that's what people say. Yeah, I know that.
Talk amongst yourselves. Come up with something while I do some work here.
Well, Matt Napo did get me drunk once, and he has been in my hotel room. So.
That's a step up from the Ace
His penis was out, and this is a fact. It was out. Within the bounds of the hotel room at one point.
I think I must have roofied myself because I don't remember that.
Makes sense. That tracks.
And we sat on the bed together and live streamed.
Whoa, you guys live streamed in bed together.
Yeah, that is true. And now Carl was denying that I knew the Empire State Building. He was arguing with me in New York about that's the Empire State Building right in front of me. He's telling me I'm delusional. We had to stop somebody who lives in Manhattan.
It was. You were right. I had my north and south mixed up.
It doesn't matter which directions you get mixed up. The building itself.
Yeah, but it wasn't a clear view. It was kind of, we're in Midtown and there's a lot of shit and there was a little glimpse of a building and he said that's the end. But if I'd have seen the whole thing, I know what it is. But yeah,
Oh,
that's where
okay.
King
All
Kong
right.
goes up. But
That's true. King Kong.
oh, so went to Jeffrey
King Kong
Epstein's
made
house with a hangover.
King Kong made that building famous.
King
Before
Kong's balls.
Did.
King Kong's balls. Ping pong balls. King Kong's balls.
Now there were quite a few movies that and shows
feel when
that
you're
after
totally
the Twin
not
Tower.
pressed. The feel when we control your bodies. Hey, bitch, we control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again, okay? Men win again. And yes, we control your bodies. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. It's your body, my choice. And men, women again. Men win again. There will never, ever be a female president. Never. There will never be a female president, ever. It's over. Glass ceiling. Dude, it's a ceiling made of fucking bricks. You will never break it. Your stupid face keeps hitting the brick ceiling. We will keep you down forever. You will never control your own bodies. You will never be the president of the global empire. Never gonna happen, sweetie. Your body, our choice.
I'd just like to point out that this guy's a virgin. He's a 26-year-old virgin who's probably never going to have sex. I don't know if he's gay.
Well,
but...
they doxed his address, and I assume this is why.
Right.
And that address has a basement apartment in there. So I think the fact is, yeah, he probably is actually in the basement.
Yeah. And yeah, so but it's confusing to me that he hates women, but he also seems to hate gays. But I think he is gay. Either that, or he's just completely a dedicated asexual person. Like he doesn't plan on ever having.
Well, a lot of people that are openly against gay people often have sucked a dick, right? Recently.
Yeah.
Usually.
It's like a shame thing, right?
Yeah. But he's a self-avowed Nazi. Like people think when I call him a Nazi, oh, everybody's a Nazi. No, if somebody calls themselves a Nazi, I think you can assume that they're a Nazi. I mean, nobody would call themselves a Nazi if they weren't a Nazi. This guy he said he is very openly, we needed Trump to preserve the white race, and so people say, oh,
that's a bit much.
Yeah.
Maybe he just means he's a National Socialist.
They probably don't even know that that's what Nazi came from.
But so he showed up at Mar-a-Lago with Kanye West for dinner one night, and they had dinner with Trump, and he was espousing all this Nazi propaganda, and Trump said, "I like this guy. He gets me." That's a direct quote. So the people are saying, yeah, all these people, you're just comparing Trump to Nazi as a kind of propaganda, anti-propaganda. There is plenty of reason, and I keep coming back to this idea that all the real Nazis, the people who wear swastikas on their lapels and on their sleeves, and they have swastika flags they carry around. They say they support Trump. Now, again, why do all the Nazis support him if he's not a Nazi? Well, they want him to win. Yeah, why do they want him to win? He serves their purpose.
Obviously, it fits their narrative, right? I mean,
yeah.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be pushing it.
Right.
Come on, guys. Use your fucking brains. There's something in there, right?
Absolutely. But so I don't know what's going to happen with this, because now that he's been doxxed and people know his address,
he's fucked.
I don't know. I mean, does anything happen? Does anybody have the balls to actually go do something? Because they're going to get caught, right?
If I had my handicap van, I would go pay him a visit.
You would? And what would you do?
I would.
Run his feet
Burn his house down.
Again and again.
Burn his house down with him in it. And say, your body, my choice.
But what if it's not his house? He's just living in his mother's basement. You would make his mother homeless because you're not like him?
Hey, her house, his
Wow.
choice. He said it, not me.
Okay. I mean, I do know people who I shouldn't say do. I did know people that were unstable enough that if they did know his address, they would have done things. They would have done things to him. I did used to know people like that, have people like that in my life that were that unstable.
No, you have one right now. Basically, if I were a good shot and I had the means, I would be taking out lots of people. I'd be sacrificing my life, knowing that at some point, even on the first attempt, just to take out anybody. But I would definitely give my life if I had a concealable weapon or a weapon I could get close to any target with. I would be doing it. I would be doing it, and it would take me out on the first shot, and I would be, thank God my life is over. I don't have to live on this fucking planet anymore.
I still think I should have become a hitman. Nobody would suspect me.
No,
I would suspect you.
Like a poison umbrella tip and that kind of stuff, you could just roll by.
Like when I was on crutches, I could have put a 22 in there and just been like trip and fall and oh, oops, sorry, I fell. Oh no,
you know who the Iceman was? The Iceman. He was
hitman, right?
Yeah, he was a hitman who did not use sometimes, very rarely, he would use like a gun or something like that.
A true psychopath. I've seen an interview with him. I know they did the movie, but I've not seen it. But the interview with him is fucking terrifying. But he shot someone once with a crossbow just to test it.
Yeah.
We just pulled over in the street, said, "Come here, man," and just shot him in the neck. And goes, "Yeah, that works." And then he used it on his next kill. Right?
He would and this is kind of where it gets really dangerous. He would kind of walk up to somebody with just like a needle and jab them with cyanide or something and just keep walking.
And a really nice family man as well. Like he would go out and kill people in all these incredible ways and then just go and be a really good husband and father.
Yeah. And he would go to like dance club, like gay dance clubs, go dancing around like he's a gay guy dancing with his target and dance up to him and like hug him and then jab him in the butt with a needle.
Where was he? Boston?
New York.
New York, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to, Michael Shannon played him in the movie that I never got round to see.
Yeah. So I mean that
was he also friends with Rudy Giuliani and the priest? I'm just curious.
Yeah, you're bi-curious.
I saw that Giuliani was so broke that he was asking for money on social media just to eat.
Right. Yeah, he was.
Well, he can eat shit and die.
And Alex Jones, according to Alex Jones, they were in his office last night taking all his stuff to auction off Wednesday, all the InfoWars stuff, which, yay, I guess. Yay. There is some accountability.
He's just going to start a new company, right?
Yeah.
Right.
He's going to earn money.
InfoWars. Or
Have you guys...
Winfo.
Well, I tried to buy. You weren't here last week when I said that. I tried to buy Infowars.com, but he still got.
Well, yeah, I assume he's at least smart enough to own the domain for a couple of years.
Yeah.
He's going to start Info Battles under a new company, new name, new So
info scuffles.
I didn't look at maybe AlexJones.com.
Info skirmishes.
Yeah. Grok. Are you familiar with Grok?
It's like 50 cents extra if you put it on your sandwich.
Grok rhymes with cock. It's I think it's like an AI thing for
it's generative AI for X.
Right.
Twitter.
On Elon Musk's X site, Grok, you can ask questions, and the question asked is, did Russian oligarchs really help Elon Musk acquire Twitter? It says yes. There is evidence suggesting that Russian oligarchs played a role in helping. This is his own fucking AI ratting him out. There is evidence that Russian oligarchs played a role in helping Elon Musk acquire Twitter, now known as X. Here's what the information indicates. Court documents and reports, court documents from the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California, as reported by Washington Post, and then it runs out there. So his own AI is kind of ratting him out. That's kind of, I think, humorous. I like the fact that your own machine will rat you out. Fun, but he's not taking any of this stuff down. Like all the stuff that is saying that Starlink was involved in hacking the election and all that stuff. He's not pulling that down, which is surprising to me, because he said,
well, so you'd only take it down if it was true, right?
well, he wouldn't take it down if it was true. What do you mean?
No, I said he probably he would, because then it looks obvious. So he probably just leave it anyway because people say all kind of crazy shit online.
Well, he made a pledge. I don't know if you remember this, like 2 weeks ago, that said that anybody who lies or spreads like false news around here, they will be banned for life, and immediately. So there have been thousands of reports of people just posting this stuff, and he hasn't taken it down. Either, I don't know, appearances matter more than.
Yeah, but he retweets like false stories as well, so it's kind of like that.
Yeah,
that's not true.
Yeah.
Plenty of misinformation soup.
Yeah. I'm going to have to wrap this up pretty soon because I have to go do a thing.
Okay.
Matt's going to go and shake someone down for some money that they owe him, and he doesn't want to see. He don't want them to see him.
We don't want to say we don't want to say what the thing is, but I'm going to do a thing.
Be careful. Don't
wear protection.
I don't know if you could be careful doing what I'm going to do. I think you have to not be careful. The only way for it to I don't want to say too much, but the only way for it to be successful is not to be careful. TD, would you want to continue on while I leave here and go do what I got to do, or you guys want to just?
I don't have a problem with that.
All right, host the show. You know how to end it. You know what to do, and I'll be gone.
Yeah, you hit end stream twice.
I did that once when Jackie Martling was first on. Instead of leaving, I press end stream by accident and just killed the stream.
I did that. I did that a few months, about a month or two
phone,
ago.
the interface is laid out differently, so that end stream is where Leave Studio is on the desktop. So
when you're on the phone, yeah, it's really fucked up. Yeah.
Carl, just so you know, in about 2 weeks, I'm going to be leaving StreamYard for one stream because StreamYard keeps jacking up the price, doubling it over and over again here on me. So your access will to this team thing will be not working then. I will send you access to the one stream once I get it set up, but I just want you to
so I've been using just straight OBS for stuff, but at the moment that just goes straight to Twitch. But yeah, I
can you multi-stream with OBS?
It's not as straightforward. You can do it through a third-party thing, so I've tried to look at that. So the multi-stream is the harder thing to do on there.
Yeah.
I think maybe with Streamlabs, if you pay for their premium, that might be cheaper than StreamYard. I don't know.
Look into it. We'll look into it.
Streamlabs is built on OBS, but it's a little bloated, which is why I was using just a straight one. But what you can do is take calls through StreamYard on there because you can just use it as a window that you feed in. You've got much more control over what you can pull in as a source.
All right, I'm gonna go do a thing. You guys,
good luck.
You guys, yeah,
Don't get shot.
See you tomorrow.
He's gonna get shot, man. He's gonna get shot in the ass as well with a 22. It's not even gonna be like serious.
Yeah,
as long as this isn't in an Ace Hardware parking lot, his ass should be safe.
That's what I call schlong division.
Exactly.
So, Carl, other than actually, your elections are what, like 3 months long?
Yeah, but the transition of power is in 1 day. So when you get fired, you need to move out the house that day, and the new one's in. There's no 3 months waiting around. It's hilarious.
What about there's no transition team? Because here, right now, Trump is building his transition. Technically,
that's all done. It's all done before. It's all done before the election. So they have everyone ready, and literally the same day, the prime minister leaves and goes to see the king or whatever. The new one comes into his house. He doesn't go back home. It's immediate. And then the team go in, and then I guess behind the scenes there's transition stuff going on, but they're actively in government that day. They're doing stuff that day.
What about the furniture in the house? When does that?
You know what? I think
I'm asking you like you would know.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is there permanently, but then they do get choice over certain. There's like the business area and then the living quarters, right? And they get the wife, I guess, traditionally will get a choice over what they want a room to look like, but it's all tacky shites they put in there. Horrible place.
Right now, Trump is putting together his transition team. The only problem is legally they can't transition because there were 2 laws that Trump signed.
Yes.
That makes it he has to actually sign these 2 affidavits so that they can share information with him. And also it limits the amount of money that he can take. And right now he won't sign them. So he can keep raising money and not tell anybody where it's from or what he's going to do with it. Unlimited funds, which means you could bribe him. He could be bribed right now. the Emirates, was it the Arab Emirates, could send him like $8 billion and say, "We want your baby" or something, and he could take the money and not disclose it and not tell anybody what he's going to do with it, and he takes it under transition, like it's part of the transition.
It's the money I don't. It's the money I don't get in the US, right? How the fuck? Because both parties will raise like $1 billion for a campaign. How is that? I know you've got to bribe Beyonce and all the rest of it, but how? Where does that money go? What's it spent on?
All right, it's several things, but it's also rules where it can be. Okay, there's supposed to be rules. No, there are rules on what it's and laws on what it can be spent on, but they're kind of like a lot of loopholes. But you can spend it on campaign funds. You can reimburse things, trips, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, that's travel and logistics seems fair, but it just seems there's a hell of a lot of money, and I just don't.
And they can use the money to help down ballot candidates, stuff like that.
Right.
They have offices that need to be run and paid for. They have paid volunteers and unpaid volunteers. So, and TV time, which is super expensive right now. So that's where all that money is going to. But right now, Trump can't. They're not by law. Biden can't share information. Usually they say, this is what's going on here, so that when you come in, you'll be up to speed. This is what's going on at the border.
So like protected information that they can't.
They can't share any of that right now. And so if Trump doesn't sign those papers, he'll come into office not knowing anything, kind of like last time. Because last time he just didn't want to know shit. This time he doesn't want to know shit either.
So, I think last time he didn't know he was going to win. He was just like, "What?
Right.
Won? How do you do this?"
Well, this time he pretty much expected to win because he told his people in the beginning, "We don't need your votes. You don't have to worry about voting." And the only way you don't worry about voting is if you already have the votes. And since nobody voted, that means you're stealing it from somewhere. Be like if my wife said to me, "We need money for rent," and I said, "Don't worry about that." Well, not rent because we own, but we need money for the mortgage. I said, don't worry about working, because I have a plan to get the money someplace else.
Pretty sure in the UK you can take donations, but it's nothing like that kind of money. And also most of it's kind of publicly funded, I think, as well.
Right.
So
that's how it should be.
You can't do much. I mean, TV's kind of going away anyway. So most of it, certainly for the next election, everything just needs to be online, right? Social media and do your own shit. You can do a debate or whatnot, but there just isn't that level of campaigning. They'll go, and it's a smaller country, but they'll just go around a little bit, say hello. There's no rallies and that kind of stuff. Like, well, let's get this stadium. That all just feels a bit weird in general. Let's just go and fill a stadium up with people and go, yeah, and everyone goes, yeah. It seems a bit strange. We won't have that in the UK. There's no fucking way will that many people turn out for any politician.
Well, y'all have enough trouble with the hooligans at soccer matches. I can't imagine what a political thing would be like.
It's much better. It's much those soccer games, especially Premier League, is heavily policed now. Very, very small amount of fighting and that. But it does happen, but it's not what it was even in the 90s, I think.
Now that's at the stadiums. Is it still pretty bad, like in the pub level?
Yeah, but it's kind of policed all the like. So what I live in between the two Manchester stadiums. From when they come out the station, the away fans, they're policed. The police know exactly where they are. They know what part of the city, and there's going to be drones up now. They'll kind of be kept separated as possible.
Right.
Even at the pub level, you might have a bit of mixing, but there are certain pubs here that are all United pubs and certain ones that are City pubs for the local ones. So it's not. I'm sure, yeah, there's going to be people getting drunk and fighting here and there, but it's not these mass organized battles like it used to be.
Now, there was the time when your bobbies did not have guns.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess we've had some form of armed police since the 70s, but it's not every cop has a gun. We've got a lot of. If you come into Heathrow Airport, you'll see some big guys with like 5 guns strapped to them.
But you still have some of the bobbies that don't. Well, do you still call them bobbies?
Not really. But yeah, they used to be called the village bobby. They ride around on a bike and they knew everyone. That's all gone now. No, not even all of them have tasers. They've all got batons and stuff, but some will have tasers and then armed response, especially in the city. In Manchester or London, there's always enough police with guns if they need, but because most people don't have guns, so there's less gun crime. We still have it. We still have people killing each other with guns, but it's on a much smaller level.
You see, we don't need guns. We have Stephen and Ron to protect us.
Yes.
Goddamn right.
But yeah, there's I think there's still some people that know police are armed here, and it's if you come to London, you'll see them everywhere. They're pretty. The political party that was in power last year, they had a conference almost opposite my place, and they literally walled it off, and they had snipers and just big cops with guns all the way around it, just because everyone hates all politicians here.
Now, was that the Labour Party that was there last time?
That was the Conservative Party, the Labour
Party,
Labour now. So the Tories have their conference just outside my place now every year. They've chosen Manchester as their designated area.
Yes. I'm sorry. Well, I guess the name of a party is just the name of a party. I mean, a Tory is just as weird to me as calling something a Democrat or a Whig. Like, I don't know what the fuck a Whig is. We used to have a Whig party. I have no idea what a Whig is.
Call my way around it. I just call all politicians cunts.
That's usually the best policy.
All political parties, criminal organizations. If we start there, and then we can decide which one would be probably better for us for a bit, knowing that it's going to go back the other way. Yeah, I've never been a fan of any government.
It's kind of like a really fucked up game of ping pong, you know, like we're trying to keep the ball in the air, you know, because between the left and the right, and they just keep fucking hitting it harder and harder.
Left and right anymore. They're both kind of both kind of right of center and right and center. It's kind of around here. So this one's a bit more that way and a bit more that way. But then there's all the infighting within the parties. So the Conservatives are going to lurch to the right now because they need to get the far right party that got a few votes this year. They need to get some of their votes next time. So they're going to lurch that way and go a little Trumpian, but not as crazy.
Okay, because Boris is gone. Now, is Boris Johnson like gone? Like you guys have no idea where he is, or is he like Trump never went away? He lost office. He never went away. Boris Johnson, I have not seen hide nor wild hair of him in a long time.
I don't think he's a minister anymore, but he pops up every now and then because he's still a big character. So he's mainly in the media now, I think. But yeah.
Now we have Thanksgiving coming up in like 16 days, I guess.
Right.
Or a few days. You don't have Thanksgiving there, but do you have something like that? Because the reason why I'm bringing it up, well, actually, you don't have to deal with it. We're going to have Thanksgiving, and there's going to be a lot of families getting together that voted differently this past week.
Not in the Napos.
So how do we think he's pressing this guy for money? You think he's breaking kneecaps, running him over, jumper cables on nipples?
They could be also watching this show before he kicks the back door in, so we probably shouldn't.
That's true.
Well, we don't know who he's talking about even.
It's going to be someone from. Well, I don't even want to say. It's going to be someone who was closer.
No, let's not live. I'm not trying. Let's not guess who. I'm not saying that or where. I'm just guessing.
Don't say it. Let's not assume that their name is. Let's not assume that their name is Michael Shavola. Let's not assume that. No.
Oh God.
It's either money or things that are worth money that are going to be removed from someone else. I think.
An eyeball.
Somehow.
Imagine having your teeth yanked out because it's got a gold filling. It's like this ought to cover what you owe me.
But no, we don't have Thanksgiving or anything like it. We have Halloween and Christmas, but Halloween's not on that. It's just still people do it. But we do. There's a dive bar opposite me that did Thanksgiving last year. They did an Americana thing, and it was all fucking stars and stripes, but it seemed quite fun actually. A little bit of country music and. Probably xenophobic American.
Now, was it more cunt than tree? Was it more cunt than tree? But
yeah, maybe yeah. But I think there are probably a lot of Americans in Manchester. I don't know. I haven't really met any, but I think there probably are.
Now, when does your Christmas start? Because our Christmas started already. The shopping, the decorations.
Oh, it's in the store. Yeah, they had some in before Halloween stuff, and that really pisses me off. Just wait till after Halloween. Yeah, the chocolates and all that shit are appearing in the Santa hats. Now, and the Christmas market's open now in the city, so yeah. the running
Because
start.
there were Christmas decorations up while there was still Halloween. The Halloween candy hadn't even gone down to half price yet, and they were their Christmas decorations.
We've got
up.
a tree up in this square across the way here, so they've already got that kind of stuff starting.
Now, was the tree decorated for Christmas, or was the tree there and they had like Halloween stuff on it, and then they just took out the pumpkins and put in the reindeer?
Lights and a fucking star on top. They've gone. It's there. It's happening. And I always think December should be for Christmas, right? 1st of December, go for it. But you know that's not reality. Commercialization. You need the markets making money from now. And I hate these markets now. They're so fucking expensive, and they're all out of town traders as well. And they just, everything's just overpriced and tacky. But I'll have a friend visiting from another country soon, so I'll have to take them to the fucking Christmas market. There it is.
We have a store, a chain of stores. I think it's called Christmas Town, where they sell Christmas stuff year round. Do you have that there?
We have these kind of empty shops that they're kind of temporary stuff. They'll have someone in there for a month, 2 months. But yeah, I guess that sort of thing might. It's not year round, but half the year maybe.
Yeah, in Westminster we have a haunted house for Christmas. It was a haunted house for Halloween. They had a haunted house for Halloween. That's over with, and now they're having it for Christmas. Only it's called Krampus.
Okay, I like this.
It's a Krampus haunted house. For Ron's, what's
I'm
that face for, Ron?
I'm a Krampus. If I had kids, I think I'll get them into Krampus instead of Santa. I think it's a much better theme for everything.
Ron, what was your face for?
The creepy man that sneaks into your house at midnight.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Krampus. A Krampus haunted house. I thought that face because you're like, damn, I wish I thought of that. I love to scare young kids.
Can't remember where Krampus is from. Is it Denmark or somewhere like that?
Germany.
I think so, yeah.
Germany, right?
It's
one
Germany.
Of the white countries. One of the white countries.
It's Santa Claus's. It's Santa Claus's evil brother.
Yeah.
He steals kids when they're bad instead of getting coal.
Now, those of you who decorate, are you kind of like the old-fashioned decoration with just the lights and the wreaths and garland and stuff, or do you go like with the big inflatable shit, or have you gone high tech with the LED lights that change with the holidays?
Well, I've done nothing for I've done nothing for years, but this year I won't be alone, so I'll have to have something. I'm in an apartment right now, so there's no inflatable shit. It'll be a tree, and whatever I'm told to have. It won't be much.
Yeah, we don't spend the holiday. We don't spend Christmas home. We usually spend it at my wife's sister's house. So we do very little decorating. We'll put up some Christmassy type things like on the door and around the house, but we don't put a tree up or nothing because we don't do presents here. So it's really nice and easy. It's really nice.
What about you, Ron? Other than the escape room that you put in the house, do you have any Christmas decorations?
Nah, we never put decorations on the outside. We have a fake tree that has the lights and shit already on them, so that's about as far as we go.
Now, did you used to do it when the kids were younger and you just stopped because they're older, or did you just never really get into it?
I never really got into it. I mean, occasionally I would do stuff, but yeah, we never really got into it. Like my dad used to do all that shit, but it's like, I'm not doing that. I got no desire to climb up on my fucking roof and string lights and shit like that. It's
now, Ron, do you feel bad? Not bad, but do you feel like less of a man because you don't climb up on your roof, but Steven climbs up on his roof to hang his lights and shit?
Nah. I'm good here.
Because Steven sounded like Steven was calling you out. Steven was like, man, Ron.
When I was on crutches, I would absolutely climb on the roof, no problem, because I could still use my legs a little bit. But I wouldn't use a ladder, obviously. I would actually pull the van up to the house, open up the door, and then climb up onto the van and then up on the roof. But now that I can't really use my legs, I mean, there was probably a 3-foot gap from the roof of the car to the roof of the house.
Damn.
But I mean, it's a ranch style house, 1 story.
Now, Carol and I don't decorate.
I have no pants on, man. I had to back in and sit down because I'm pretty bare legged. There may be a ball hole.
So, now, are you not sticking to your chair? Are you? I mean, you're wearing like underwear or something.
To sort myself out a little. You know how it is.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I'll
don't
shower
want
after
sticky
this,
balls.
anyway.
Nobody likes that.
It's not good. At least it's cold here now.
Oh, that's true. How I was gonna say, what's is it winter there?
Yeah,
fall
for sure. No, it's pretty. It's I think it's officially winter now. It's certainly getting cold. I don't know what it is today. Like, I've got to translate this to American as well. In American, it is 51.
Okay.
That's about what it's at. What we're at here, where I'm at. It's been let's see, what are we at now? It's 45 here right now. High of 51.
It's been like 60 for a while, so it's just dropped a bit. Might drop a bit more. But last year was really mild. We had 1 week where we got minus shit, and then the rest of it was
Yeah,
right.
we had snow. I think we had snow 3 times last winter, and not even consecutive days, and it was barely anything.
Welcome to Old Guy Radio, where we talk
what
about...
the fuck? I was thinking, hey, and I was going to extend it as well. Saying, hey, what's the weather like where you are, guys? Let's stop that.
Here's what weather's like in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, I don't know what all the good drugs are. I want to talk about those huffing and shit, but I don't know what the good huffing stuff is.
I never huffed.
Here's the thing:
anything.
if you want to see how these drugs affect people, just go watch anything with Steve-O pre 2020, and you'll see because he was huffing, he was huffing CO2 and air and cleaner and shit, fucking every day, fucking hundreds of cans a day. He was injecting everything, snorting everything, smoking everything. I don't know how that man survived, to be honest with you.
Well,
most people wouldn't, I think.
I need to find Ron. Do you have show business? And if you do, I need a minute so I can find the show business. What? No show business.
No, there's really nothing to talk about. It's everything's been sucked up dry because of this election bullshit.
So there's nobody. The celebrities stopped dying because of that. They stopped going to movies.
Yeah, there really isn't much. I mean, the movies have been dead. Like Venom has been #1 for the past 3 weeks, but no one really gives a shit. And
Venom's been #1.
Yeah,
there's not much. There's not much out here.
You've got
Smile 2, Heretic, and Red 1 or something. I think they're all horror-ish. But there's not a lot out really at the moment. The bigger movies that come out next month, right? Most likely.
That's true. You're probably
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to ramp up for Christmas, but this time of year, especially, a lot of movies, it's somewhat awards season, and they start pushing movies out. But yeah, most people, I don't think, really care about the movies, and considering everything else that's going on.
Yeah. And honestly, I think the real big movies, I don't even think those are coming out till the beginning of next year, right?
You're right. Yeah, they're like Nosferatu and stuff. It's not a lot this winter.
Yeah, it all starts in February and kind of goes from there.
I think that's the biggest movie coming out is Nosferatu, and that comes out on Christmas, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the last one.
Vampires and Santa and Jesus. Yeah, that makes sense. Now they're releasing it that late because they think it's going to get Oscar buzz, and that way they can, qualify. Good.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain that to him. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say the past couple of years they've been trying to push these monster movies. We had The Mummy a few years ago, that Tom Cruise movie.
Oh, that was fucking horrible.
There is a Wolfman movie coming because that's been remade.
Isn't there another Frankenstein movie coming?
Probably.
I could have sworn I heard there was a Son of Frankenstein or some stupid shit. I could have sworn I saw something. I'm gonna Google it
written by Mel Brooks.
Now back to world Marvel. You're getting Captain America, Minecraft movie. You're gonna have the new Superman, and you're gonna get Mission Impossible 7, 107.
You know what?
next
I'm
year.
excited the fact that that new Cap America movie comes out like a couple of days before my birthday. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Now,
a kid all over again. Well,
I
it
don't
comes
know
out
how
what
many of you.
February 15th, right?
I think. Now I don't know if you guys watched black exploitation movies. Did y'all watch black exploitation movies when they were like the thing?
What in the 70s? I went back and saw some after Jackie Brown.
Okay, because I was
talking about one.
I was just curious. I wanted to get your
Oh.
guys' expert input on the black exploitation film. No,
Well,
like,
we
black
could watch some as
exploitation.
homework.
You know, because there's like okay, I remember they did a black version of Dracula. They did Blackula.
Blackula, yeah, I remember this.
Okay, I don't remember them ever doing a black version of Frankenstein.
Blackenstein. Would it be so easy?
That might change because this Frankenstein movie coming out in 2025 is directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if that has to do anything with the color of the actors. Let me see. No, they're all white. Never mind. Oh man, there's not everybody on this cast is like almost see-through.
Well, they're probably going through with the historic version. They're probably going back to the Mary Shelley version, which had no black people in Europe at the time.
It
right?
says
I don't think they invented black people in Europe until like the 1960s, right? There were no black people there before then.
Well, this
I think
is
they were just rowing the boats.
This is a sequel, by the way. This is a sequel to Frankenstein. Dr. Pretorius tracks down Frankenstein's monster, who is believed to have died in a fire 40 years previous, in order to continue the experiments of Dr. Victor Frankenstein. Fucking A.
So when
I
it's
hate
40
it,
years now, since Frankenstein's monster was a grown man at the time that when he made him. If this is 40 years later, does he qualify for Social Security?
Well, he's undead.
Is he
so
on
probably
Medicare?
not.
Oh, because they said he believes he's dead, so it makes it sound like that he may not be dead. They're looking for him. Unless
I don't know,
just
but the
a group.
IRS is going to be
His
pissed if he's
undeadness
alive.
ceased to exist in the fire, I think, is what they're saying, and that now he's didn't die.
Yeah,
So the
that's what I'm
IRS is going
wondering.
to be coming after him for back taxes for sure. 40 years
Yeah,
worth.
yeah. He's probably had a job. He's
And
probably,
that's the
probably got
real horror.
Yeah, because we saw Mel Brooks, and so we know that he had a job. We know that he had probably had kids, with Madeline Kahn.
Well, he's got one kid, Max Brooks, and Max wrote World War Z amongst other books.
Oh
yeah.
And like his son is part of like this big think tank too, and
yeah.
So yeah, his son is a pretty interesting guy.
Yeah,
yeah. Guys, I got some 20. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
You got gamer news? Is that what you're going to say? You got gamer news?
No, I don't. No, gamer news is about as dead as entertainment news.
Wait a minute. Let me get the music for gamer news. Right, we got breaking gamer news. We have gamer news breaking. Is that it? Game time. Here it is.
Yep.
Breaking news and gamer music.
And now, with the latest in video game news that is sure to make your joystick tremble with excitement, it's our chief game correspondent, Stephen the Sitcom Ortiz. Ladies and gentlemen, it's game time. Game time. Game time.
All right.
Insert your quarters and grab my joystick. It's time for gamer news. What's up, guys? In gamer news, Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 comes out November 19th. It's going to be a good time. Also, Black Ops 6 is out. Are you tired of playing video games and not being killed by cheaters constantly? Play Call of Duty. It'll make you punch babies. Back to you, Gene.
Thank you. I'm surprised that Call of Duty is still that popular. I've never played it. I have no idea what it's like.
Yeah, it got pretty popular. Though I didn't play the last one, but they recreated Amsterdam pretty well.
Which game?
Like an undercover. The last Call of Duty. It might have been. Wasn't the Black Ops series? It probably.
Oh yeah. The last
Modern
one was
Warfare, maybe?
Modern Warfare 3 and World at War was the last two Call of Duty games that they did.
They recreated Amsterdam city center really well, and I'd seen some bridges that I've done mushrooms on. during this undercover up that Chad Shank was playing. I never played it, but it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, this Call of Duty's cool. It takes place in the 90s, so it's all, Iraq and Afghanistan and all that fun stuff, and it's
Papa Roach.
Yep, and they've it's really funny. They've in the story mode they have George H.W. Bush. They have fucking the dude from Russia at the time. They got fucking Osama bin Laden. Saddam Hussein's in there. Fucking, they have all the history. Bill Clinton's in it.
Come back in. I might have to get a console just for this, or a PC or whatever. I might have to come back to gaming.
Yeah, I mean it's decent. I mean, I play multiplayer mostly, but I'll tell you what though, of the two games I mentioned, Flight Sim 2024 is the one I'm excited about.
You know what? During COVID, I got stuck on these Facebook reels or whatnot years ago, and I started to find these channels of these guys playing Flight Sim, and they had the fucking cockpit built in their room, and they wore a captain's hat.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna lie, I want to play it, but I need to buy a PC that's good enough.
So the Flight Sim game is cool because Microsoft Flight Sim is one of those things where yes, it's a game, but it's also 100% real world accurate. Like airlines train
you could
pilots
literally learn how to fly a plane into a building on Microsoft.
Well, you can, yeah. Like for example, if you want to fly a Boeing into a stadium, you can get in the game, and it literally the entire cockpit's functional. So everything you have to do to take that plane off in real life, you have to do in the game, all the way from taxiing to get your clearances.
I've watched some people play it, and they've got real weather, right, and traffic, and
it's real time. It's real time weather. So for example, if you were to fly over your house right now, Carl, it'd be the exact time of day, the exact air conditions, temperature, clouds, everything. But the new game, what's cool is the one that's coming out this month. They've completely redone it, so the whole planet is now high texture, high detail instead of having to buy attachments for it. So the whole point of it now is you can land anywhere, get out and explore. So land in Carl's neighborhood, look around.
So my question is, if it's real time stuff like that, if they flew over Ukraine or Russia,
you get shut down.
So actually, I found this out earlier this year. Microsoft has the ability to turn on weapons on certain planes, but they don't because they want the game to be rated E for everyone because it's a simulator. But they do use it. There are apparently it's used for military training. They use it and they turn on the weapons.
Yeah, it makes sense. They just use this because it's so in depth. You can just fly like an F-35 rounds.
Yeah, it's funny when you're like on TikTok and you see these guys like live streaming, and they have like an entire cockpit at their house.
Yeah, that's what I saw before.
Wild. And the thing is, all you need is an Xbox or a PC, and you can just hook up fucking everything to it, and you can literally build an airplane in your house.
Do you play on PC or console?
I have it on the Xbox Series X, and I have the joystick and all that fun stuff.
Okay, all right, maybe I'll get a fucking Xbox for Christmas for myself. I'm gonna become a captain.
Maybe you can get it for Black Friday. Maybe you can find.
I will be crashing into the Pentagon if possible, though.
So here's the thing, though. There's no explosion. There's no explosions, and if you crash, the screen just goes black. So you kind of get like a Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah, you kind of get like your Curb Your Enthusiasm thing. You just hit, and it's just like a black screen, like yeah.
Well, that's probably what happened to you in real life. You crash and you just go black.
Yeah, like the end of Sopranos.
Yeah.
Dude,
you never hear it.
Like you can have the game completely set up to where like even if you're in a plane and you start hitting G's, like your guy will black out. Like it's really cool.
I'm gonna. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna move some priorities around and get myself a console and Flight Sim. I was only thinking about it.
If you're gonna do it, just get the Series X. It handles it. It flies. It plays it in full 4K. 120 or 60 frames per second. Beautiful.
Is there a game about the afterlife? Like if I decide to invent a game that starts the moment of your death, and you start off like floating away from your body. That's that's how it starts off. You're floating away from the body, and then as soon as you're up there, you're starting to have to be pulled one way or another, and having to battle all these demons and stuff to work your way to one way or another.
I like the concept.
Dope. That would be dope. I would absolutely play that. But there's not. I think the closest thing to that. The closest thing to that is there's a God game where you can fly around the entire universe, blow up planets, all the way down to influencing people.
Okay, so we have to work on that, guys.
I would like to be
hold
God.
on, we gotta say goodbye to Govs real quick. Govs,
I was gonna say,
is getting ready. They are getting ready to start Tony Walker's show, right?
Good luck,
Right?
Tony.
You know how to do that?
Give me a spot in governors, please.
Yep, I got it right now. Govs,
Fuck you without
we will see you
consent.
guys